Not
It
even.
was starting to record. That's what happened.
I got it.
All right, all right, all right. I can't wait.
For what?
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is finally coming on HBO Max on the 19th. So this episode would be released when it already has happened. But Eminem was inducted, and I can't wait to watch that shit. Ooh. Oh, yeah, I do got it. Okay. You ready to do this?
I'm here, Greg.
Are you sure?
Greg,
Gigi.
I don't like this.
You want to switch?
No, just let's do this.
You like a fiend, bro.
It feels so good. Felt really good, actually.
She was scratching her wig.
I was scratching my ear.
That's what they all say.
I was scratching my ear, and it's not a wig.
Is it?
No, it's crochet.
What's the difference?
You can't just take it off my head. You can pull my hair.
That's what you want, right? You got to make sure that's always available.
One, that's none of your business. And two,
Yeah, it was none of my business. Trash.
what?
Wait, that sounded real wrong on so many levels, and that is not how I meant it.
Right.
I just feel like you divulge a lot of things.
Right. No, I don't. There's so many more things I could tell you, Greg. And I know that you don't want to hear it, so I don't tell you. So think about that.
Shut up.
Think about the things that you know and the things that you still don't know that I haven't told you yet. That I could have told you, but I don't tell you.
Whatever.
I like numbers.
Don't we all?
No.
That's true. I don't understand. If you don't like money, then you don't like numbers.
You don't have to correlate.
Why not?
Because you don't have to be a numbers person to like money. You can be an athlete and like money. But
The numbers that they like involve money.
Yeah, but doesn't mean you have to be great at it. That's why they have accountants and stuff like that. But they like it.
I guess. I get what you're saying. I just think if you like money, then you like numbers.
No.
I think there are some people who are better with numbers that doesn't require money, for sure.
Okay.
Banter. All right. So, the banter question for today. 2022 is coming to a finale. I think we got what? 6 weeks?
Wow.
It's crazy, right? 6 or 7 weeks? What is the craziest notification you got on your phone this year?
The craziest notification?
Uh-huh. It could be a text message that you got from somebody that you wasn't expecting. Some news that came off of one of your apps.
A notification. I'm trying to think because it's like I don't really use social media apps.
Okay.
And if I do, it's Twitter. And my timeline's pretty safe. Then I think about my text messages.
Those ain't safe.
You said in 2022?
In 2022.
No, they've been pretty safe in 2022.
Oh, have they now?
Yeah, I think 2021, pretty reckless. But 2022, I was a lady. And I didn't get no dick on my phone.
Wait, you didn't get no what?
I didn't get dick on my phone. In 2021, I did. In 2022, no dicks on my phone. You know what?
That is a wild statement.
I did get lingerie. A woman in lingerie. Yeah.
Is your text messages set to like when you unlock your phone, it shows the message?
No, I have to go into the message.
Okay.
Yeah, my life a little too private for me to do that. But I did. I had one with actually it was more like, yeah, that was nice too. She was also like drinking like tea and like smoke, and then like you saw like the soap suds on the body. It was nice. And then there was one like she was in the tub. She sent me actually a lot of videos. Shout outs to you.
Yeah, Candace, you did your thing, girl.
Who's that?
I don't know. I just like putting names to people.
Yeah, no, I don't know. That's not. Well, I'll call her Zipper.
Why can't it be Candace?
Because I don't know if there's a Candace out there and people are trying to put the two, and I was like, that's not it.
That's terrible if you gotta live your life that way.
What do you mean?
Candace is the most randomest name you could think of.
You're right, until you find out you know a Candace.
I probably do know a Candace.
And well, it's not her.
Of course it's not.
Or is it?
No, it ain't. Because I don't know this Candace.
Interestingly enough, this woman that's like sending me these videos, like, I want to say that maybe she did have a relationship with a woman, but she actually wants to be with a man, even though like she finds herself attracted to me, and I find myself attracted to her. Like, we don't want to be with each other.
But you want to be with each other. ...
I have nothing else to say. I'm just saying. But that would be like if I'm thinking, yeah, or yeah, I guess that would be. Or when like I don't really have anything, because it would be just people telling me like they're in distress. It's not really. I don't know. Nothing really. What about you, Greg? Maybe you can inspire me to get a better.
You about to be really mad at me.
Why?
Nothing.
Really?
And that's why I thought of the question. Nothing crazy happened this year. Well, I got a notification.
I was thinking about that. I was like, notification.
I mean, a lot of crazy things have happened this year.
Yeah.
But as far as like a notification coming to my phone, like, yeah, nothing. If you're into politics, I guess the craziest thing, I got Donald Trump is rerunning for president again.
That was crazy. You knew who was doing that.
I thought it was the only reason why I thought it was crazy. Let me tell you, this man is giving the biggest fuck you to America. He has a federal felony case hanging over his head. He said, yeah, I'm still running for president.
Yeah, because he hasn't been charged officially yet.
If he wins, he's going to be like, not me, bucko.
That's your boy.
Oh, stop. But yeah, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy has popped up on my phone.
And also, like, crazy, like, what do you see as crazy? Because I know your timeline is...
My timeline is purified.
Sure.
Seriously, go on my timeline now. It's actually pretty safe. Mm-hmm. It is.
Okay.
As long as like.
Okay.
First off, I need to clarify some things. The only time my timeline is explicit is when, and I'm about to call people out, is when people like Will, Khalil, Mike, when they are favoriting and retweeting stuff.
That's when your timeline.
Yes, because I'm not following.
Okay.
Should I call them vixens? Porn sites?
Anymore? It's okay. I guess this is a safe space.
Yo, mind your business, bro.
Oh. My bad.
Stay over there with your girlfriends. But yeah. I can see how this is going to go.
All right, Greg. Because I think that you've had some things pop up this year on your phone.
No. Shut up. No.
Okay.
Okay, I retract that statement. Absolutely.
Actually, I think I know about one notification.
What? We could bleep it out. I want to know what it is.
When you told me about the app.
It's not an app, but absolutely. Mm-hmm. And that's why I started to think about it again. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Listen, people. I am a Christian man who gonna say, "Are you ready to start this podcast, Gigi?"
I am.
Let's do this.
I wanted to snack a little bit.
What was that noise?
You're wrong. Yeah. Gist of this conversation is that I'm right and y'all wrong.
I'm not in denial.
Allow that shit to multiply.
You remember when I first started doing this and you was like, I'm gonna cut it?
What do you mean, like?
The year.
What do you want to do with it?
You was like, I'm cutting this. I'm cutting this. I'm cutting this. And you never did.
No, Greg. This shit's down.
No, I'm not gonna do it again.
I wouldn't do that to you. In the beginning? Oh, okay.
It's all right. Yo, welcome to Convo 94 of Just a Conversation with Greg, Mr. Rentmoney, and Gigi. I am the person that talks first. I am Greg. I'm handsome. I'm black and I'm fat. And I'm joined by my sister.
Gigi.
I don't know who that is. Oh. What up, Gigi? How's it going?
I'm the person that speaks second. Now.
Why is people calling you knowing when we record?
I didn't talk to him all day. Usually I check in with my guy, and he's probably just making sure that I'm alive.
She alive.
Shout out to you, Baylor. I should have picked up.
No, you're working right now.
This is not a job.
It is a
This
job.
is my life. Okay.
This is my motherfucking life. Oh, you don't know that song?
I don't think I want to.
Slaughterhouse.
Oh. Still probably didn't care. No.
How's it going, Gigi?
Oh, hi, everyone. I am doing pretty good, I guess I can say. This week went by super fast. I did a road trip from Michigan back to New York, and I thought that was pretty dope. Shout outs to Nika and Courtney. I flew out to Michigan and we drove back to the East Coast because they were moving to the East Coast, and I wanted to help some friends. And it was, although it's a lot, like from traveling to packing to then getting on the road, I think I would do it again. The people that I met.
10-hour drive?
Yeah, about 10 hours. People that I met, the memories that we shared, like it was just memories that we created, the side jokes that we have, things we'll always have. Like it was just a really dope experience just to be around, a different set of people, especially now more than ever. And outside of that, life has been hitting me in places that I didn't think
Hit that nigga back.
had that I had any issues in, but I realized that maybe I don't want to say compartmentalized. I think I maybe and maybe even just like forgot or distanced myself from that issue that like now things are like kind of like popping up like a pimple, and I'm just like, oh,
You gonna bust them, or you just gonna let them go away?
I'm not even sure. I'm just trying to stay on top of things. I'm trying to just keep my momentum of just like feeling I have, because I'm starting to feel a little overwhelmed seeing these things like arise. But I think there's a reason for that. I think that it's kind of showing me that yes, I am moving forward, and yes, everything is working out. But there's unresolved issues or concerns or things that I may have put on the back burner or decided not to really take care of, and I have to do that in order to really like.
Yeah, I'm not grilling you. I'm just wondering if it's personal or like professional.
All of it. Oh. Like it's all happening at the same time. Ooh, it's like a snowball effect.
And it's like there's no break.
Yeah, and I'm just like, it's coming from every angle, and I'm like, this is not it. And I'm getting a little nervous because when moments like this, I get really, really reserved, and then I shut down, and then I get like in this really, really gloomy, sad, woe is me space, and I hate that space. So I'm just trying to kind of like stay on top of it and not letting these jabs knock me down. But it's like, wow. But again, I think that at this moment in time, this is about adulting, and I truly believe that like it's a lesson in itself. Like, yes, I want to move forward, and yes, I want to be better, but I do need to know that I need to heal or resolve past issues, because if not, then it's always going to come back around, and it's going to hit me in times when I'm not ready, and it might knock me out if I'm not prepared.
You ever think about when you was young? Well, were you one of those kids that was always like, I want to be older, I want to be an adult?
No.
Oh, okay. But you've met people like that.
Yeah.
Like you had friends like that.
Okay, let me take that back. No, I never rushed to want to be an adult, but I did want to rush to be able to be old enough to have my own space. So I guess that would be the thing. But for me, the reason was, and maybe we kind of have the same kind of sentiment, Greg, was like I didn't even feel like I ever had a home. I know I always had a place to stay, but I never felt like I had a home. And I always wanted a place where I could just have one place where I had to stay. Because for me, if I wasn't at my home, then I was at my grandma's house, or I was at my auntie house. Like I was never just in one place. Like there was never a place where I could say all my stuff is in one place, because it's scattered in between all these different places that I was living. Even though I had a whole bedroom in one place, I'm spending most of my time in another. So I always used to dream about that one time where I'll just have like my own space, where all my stuff is readily right there, and I'll be able to show off all my nice things.
I think that's why I don't really like taking trips. I don't like living out of a suitcase. And I like to have options. So, like, I can always, like, if I'm in Jersey, I can always just come back home and change. Like,
Yeah, you do
But
like
when
to change. You get like 6 outfits in a day.
Okay. Enough.
Oh,
I just like to look well.
yes.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And you don't smell, Greg. Shout out to you. You smell good.
I appreciate that. Yo, people don't understand. Big people. We big. Invest in cologne, good body wash. Head and Shoulders is not a good body wash. It's not.
Head and Shoulders, isn't that just for your hair?
No. They got the 3-in-1 that some niggas be
no.
using.
No.
You should not be using anything that's 3-in-1.
No, not as an adult.
No. But all that to say, I was thinking, like, if we knew what adulting was today, do we really want to be adults as kids?
I'm probably still gonna say yes.
Of course you would. Why would you say anything else?
Because
Because I've had experiences.
No, because I love being an adolescent. I love being youth. I like being the idea of innocence. Like, I loved all that. But I can't take away what I've yearned even as a child, and now I'm solidifying that now as an adult. So, like, I like home. I like the idea of home. And just like you say, you don't like living out of your suitcase, but because of my mentality of always like being able to, well, not even being able to, where I've had to always like stay in different places all the time, that it's nothing for me to travel. It's nothing for me to live out of my suitcase. It's nothing for me to have a to-go bag and I can stay anywhere.
Like, I think it's because I don't even like bags. Like, of course I carry my laptop around, but like, if especially if I'm like, when I go on vacation, I'm not carrying nothing with me. I got my phone and my wallet. That's it.
Okay, yeah, no.
Don't need nothing else.
I'm definitely bringing nice things. A check-in and a carry-on.
No, I mean, of course, like I'm not rich, but yo, let me tell you, if I could, a perfect vacation for me, boarding a flight with nothing and coming back with everything.
So you had to buy a suitcase there too? Why don't you just bring a suitcase with you?
That's still too much work. I don't want to I don't like walking through airports with bags.
You
I
could
think
check.
it's the most stressful thing in the world.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm that person.
You got TSA pre-check now, so
I
how
know.
much?
If I could, I wish TSA pre-check came with like somebody that's gonna carry my bags to the plane.
Wow.
Like sometimes I'll be never mind.
Pod now, Greg.
I was about to go left real quick. But yeah, nah. I've been having some real bad rolls lately. But this one is perfect. But yeah, I'm sorry that I'm sorry that things is coming up left and right.
Yeah, like it was just like, I remember I was hearing myself like, oh my God, the world's a better place. My life is amazing. And I'm just like, whew.
Fuck this world. Fuck
No,
them kids.
I don't want to say fuck the world, but I do want to say right now,
Fuck them kids.
no, the world can kick rocks right now. And then find those rocks they kicked, then kicking them again. Because I'm over it. And I'm just trying to like, just be responsible instead of like running away from it. Like I probably did before in the past, to like to kind of face it. But it's like, it's giving me anxiety.
Look at you.
But-
that's growth. That's growth.
Greg, how are you?
You know, I'm chilling, man. I am chilling. This week was a gauntlet. A gauntlet. Like, I didn't stop working every day until like 1 o'clock in the morning. And that was because just deadlines need to get done before I got Ava. Because I be tired with her too. I'm like, I'm not working and being daddy at the same time. That's not happening. So it's been a gauntlet, but I feel accomplished because I got it all done. Like the parts that I'm supposed to get done,
Yeah.
they're done. And now it's just the part that I hate the most, waiting on other people. But you gotta have faith. You gotta have faith. Keep the faith, people. So professionally, it was a good week. Personally, I was too distracted professionally to even think about personal shit. I'm the opposite of you. I am avoiding everything. Like, just, there's a problem, let's walk the other way.
I want to do that so bad. I just feel like it's just not worth it right now. I feel like it's just going to pop back up if I don't take care of it.
Today was the first day I had to have a hard conversation with someone. And it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be, pause.
Did you come? I mean, did you relieve yourself?
Either way, still good. Did I come? That wasn't even a proper response.
I know.
I feel like what I said. No, I didn't say what I was supposed to say. I kept it PG. I tried to keep the peace, and I did keep the peace. But it was still a hard conversation that needed to happen, and it happened. And I think we're all going to be better off for it. I hope so.
Do I know the conversation?
No. It's nobody really knows. It's like, yeah, it's one of those things that like I've been battling in my head about, but it's gonna come to a head. Pause.
Okay.
I'll tell you off mic.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, I think this week was okay. I'm glad it's done. Week went by fast. And I'm really looking forward to next week with Thanksgiving and everything. I get to see my cousins. This year me and my cousin just got real close for some reason.
Not for some reason, because you've all been able to allow yourselves the opportunity to be around each other.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so really looking forward to that.
Yeah. I can say that with this year, Greg, you've been very hospitable and definitely opening your home to a lot of great memories. So shout out to that.
Word. So if y'all listen to this podcast, if you in the area, don't hit me up because you're not invited, except for you, and you know who you are. Want to jump into some topics?
Let's do it.
Who want to go?
It's not the same, Greg. It's not the same.
It's not. Did you get a chance to think about my topic?
Yeah.
You want to start with that one?
Sure.
Cool. All right, so my topic, y'all. I think we are in a season. Sorry, hold on. We're in a season where I think where people get the coldest, and not only because it's the winter, but I think people just get cold for various reasons. And so the question that I propose to you today, Gigi, is what do you think is the 3 most reasons? That sounds so wrong the way I just worded that.
Yeah.
But what are 3 reasons why you think you don't allow yourself to be vulnerable?
Well, first it's like the universal reason, like I don't want to get hurt.
I thought about it too. I was like, let's get the common shit out the way.
Yeah. I think that I'm a nice person, but I also don't let everyone in. So because I'm able to be nice and I don't let anyone in, I'm able to provide boundaries. But once I don't have boundaries, then I'm like prone to getting hurt. And not saying that I'm afraid to get hurt, but nobody just willingly just wants the opportunity to get hurt.
For sure. So getting hurt is one reason? Okay. You want to go one for one, or you want to just name all 3?
You go one for one. You go ahead.
One of my reasons, I know this is gonna be controversial, but I don't care. I think it shows it's opening yourself up it's opening yourself up to a potential weakness that someone can exploit. and I don't want nobody to have anything over me ever. So it's like to be vulnerable with someone is like giving them ammunition to use it against me at any point in time. And I don't like that feeling.
Do you think that also plays into maybe experiences that you've had? Because when I think about that, right, to have that mindset, that means that, I can't say it means it, but it would tell me that there was a moment in time where you allowed yourself to be vulnerable with someone and they've used your vulnerability or whatever you told them or how you, like, or whatever state that you was in against you.
To be honest with you, that hasn't happened to me until recently, like in the past 3 years. But I've always felt this way. And I think it's because I've seen it happen to other people. But I guess to answer that question directly, the first time that has ever happened to me where someone has like used a situation of my past that I thought was like a vulnerable thing to get out or to say to them against me. Yeah, the first time that's ever happened to me was the past 3 years.
But you said you've always thought that that could have happened to you.
Yeah. I don't think me personally, it's easy for me to be vulnerable with people. I'm not going to say that it's not, but I'm not a vulnerable person at all.
I can see that because I'm just like, you're very open with telling your story, you know, like it's like and sharing parts of you. But I also know that with your personality that's not always the emotional attachment. Like you've grown from that. So you just know that's a part of your story.
Yeah.
That actually doesn't show your vulnerability. That just shows like your journey. So
exactly.
So it's not even like sharing those parts. But you know what? I get that too because even when it comes to like just sharing information with people that you're close to, it takes you some time. Yeah. Okay. I hear that.
So my first one, I guess, is people use it as ammunition against me.
And you know what? I actually been in a situation like that too.
Word?
Yeah, I think you actually even that's actually one of mine because that was also the idea of being heard. And I learned that in a recent friendship too. That's no longer a friendship where I allowed myself to be vulnerable with someone, but at the same time, like, you ever see characteristics in someone? Example, you're around someone that happens to like to talk about other people.
Yeah.
Right?
Are you talking about like gossiping?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Gossiping or talking bad or just always talking about others. Never feeding life. Always just kind of like talking down. Mm-hmm. And when I sit back in hindsight, it's 2020, I sat there and I listened to this person talk about everybody else, realizing like the same person that's doing that is doing the same thing to me. And it wasn't up until time when I started seeing that. And I was like, it was always happening. I just wasn't seeing it because I was so lost and worrying about, she's talking about everybody else. And I was like, no, this is who she is. But that should have told me before when I'm hearing her share these people vulnerable stories, these moments in time where they felt like they were in a safe space and you're just telling me everything. Things I don't even need to know. I don't even want to know. I'm not asking.
Yeah, I hate people like that. And surprisingly, that's not one of my reasons, but that is a good reason why somebody wouldn't be vulnerable. It's trust. Trust is hard.
Okay, so that's my second one.
Oh, your second one is trust?
My second one is that I don't trust everybody. I'm very, very nice. I share parts of me, and it's not even like sharing parts of me. I try to be as transparent as I can be. Mm-hmm. So I'm not gonna pretend anything. I'm usually gonna ask me a question, I'm gonna give you an answer. But at the same time, there's only a certain amount of people in my life that understand if I am okay and when I'm really not okay. Mm-hmm. And that's because of moments when you find yourself with people that you find yourself vulnerable with, and
You find it hard to trust people emotionally?
do I find people to trust emotionally?
Do you find it hard to trust people emotionally? Or is trust just a blanket statement for you? Can I elaborate real quick?
Yes, because I was going to ask you to do that.
Because, like, there's some people who can compartmentalize what they trust people to do. Like, I trust you with $1,000, but I would never trust you with this kind of information. And then there's just some people who's like, if I trust you, I trust you.
Okay. I think I started with the latter, and now I'm in a space where I have to. I'm learning that I need to compartmentalize, my trust. But even with that, it's hard for me to be vulnerable with people. Like even the genuine love that I have for strangers, I don't know if it's because I believe that there's going to be somebody in the universe that's going to be like me, that's going to blindly like shower me with the compliments or whatever that I provide. But I haven't yet, and that sounds sadly sad, haven't met anyone that has poured into me that I've ever poured into anybody. Or I felt safe enough to allow them to pour into me how I've poured into anybody. Is that a pause moment? Why? What am I pouring? What are you gonna pour? I don't know, Greg.
I'm just immature.
I don't know.
No one?
To pour into, what do you mean?
Like, you said you have yet to meet someone to pour into you as much as you pour into others.
Yeah.
No one? I'm not talking about myself because I know I'm not that person.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not even because of them. It's because I probably haven't allowed it either.
Oh. So you blocking your blessings?
Possibly. I'm working on that. And it's just the idea of like, I think I've always tried to get to a place where I've tried to break through that vulnerability for me and allow myself to be open and allow people in my space. But it's like, from my experiences, it's like once I do that, it's like there's the friendship dynamic changes. Like I don't know. It's like I can't even put it into words. But it's happened to me. It's happened where if I'm like the Gigi that like the world's going to be great, you know, I got like rainbows, unicorns, you know, and a blanket of rainbows. Like I'm great, but like once. Like I'll probably have a bad day or I'm allowing you to kind of really like know my story. I don't feel people are really engaged as much as I like think that they would be.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just sad. Yeah. It's just sad.
You feel like you're not being listened to?
Of course, people listen to me. I'm on a podcast.
Well, fuck that. I'm talking about like your closest relationships.
Yeah, but like I think about my closest relationships and like they all haven't been like as long as you think, Greg. Like you.
No, I know.
So if you think about that, like these are still relationships. I'm still building my vulnerability with these people. I don't have like high school, like grammar school, like I don't have those people that like have been in this journey. So like my vulnerability is like always at a reset every time I meet like a new group of people, even if you see how close I am with them.
I understand what you mean.
And so for those individuals that I may have did get close to and allowed them to get that close, now they're not here.
I feel you. I understand.
So it's kind of like every time, like I even try to be in a space where I want to be vulnerable, They be like, hell no. Said no. So my second one was trust. But again, it's more of a me thing and that's also with discernment and understanding the people I'm surrounding myself around, because I shouldn't feel that way. But at the same time, it's really hard for me to really trust people.
Well, I understand that. That kind of leads into mine. Y'all can take this for what you want to take it for, but I'm going to continually repeat this. I don't like people. It is the truth. It's not a facade. It is real. I don't like people. But when I care, it takes a lot out of me. And I feel like vulnerability is a two-way street. So it's like, you vulnerable with me, that is a lie. I don't believe that at all, because people are vulnerable with me all the time, and I'm definitely not vulnerable with them. Then I'm going to take away my whole second one, because that is not the truth.
I wasn't going to say nothing, but
not too much. It's all right. Because I was about to say that, like, I care. Like, I feel like I would care too much about the person's situation.
No.
Yeah, wrong.
No, you wouldn't.
Look at me telling truths.
Yeah, no. Actually, I can hear you be like, get over it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yo, some things you just need to get over.
Yeah.
It's okay. Okay, so why? Because okay. Mine is honesty as well. Then no, well, yours is trustworthy. Mine is honesty. It's just about being real with yourself. Sometimes you don't want to be real with yourself. Sometimes you want to lie. You just want to continue to lie to yourself. You want to look in the mirror every day and be like, "Yo, the world is great." You know that shit ain't great.
Ignorance is bliss.
1000%.
So that you're saying that is a reason why.
Sometimes you don't even want to be vulnerable with yourself.
Yeah, because sometimes you have to face things that you're not ready to face.
Exactly. So there's somebody out there. People just coming in and out their houses and shit. You just hear it all in the microphone.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, like I think being honest sometimes is very hard to do. Because if you're honest with yourself, I don't know. Sometimes,
yeah. I think
y'all know what I'm talking about.
You're actually right, because when you realize that there are certain truths in your life that you are living only because you don't want to be honest with yourself. And realizing that your truths and being honest with yourself could change the whole dynamic of your life.
Ooh, preach on it.
You don't want to do it.
Preach on it.
You don't want to walk through the door and be great.
No, you don't. Sometimes you want to stay in the foyer.
Yeah. It's okay. They got brochures in there. They probably got a nice window. Probably got some coffee and tea, refreshments in there.
And if you in my reality, they got a banging ass receptionist. I'm telling you, it's good to be out there sometimes.
It's a waiting room.
Yep. Then you go into that room where it's gray walls. It's just you and yourself. And you looking at yourself like, you're a piece of shit.
That's called, you could do that in a deprivation tank. I don't know if you guys ever tried it, but
that's the shit with the water?
Yeah, I've done it. It's pretty dope.
You look like the type of person that would do it. Like you just look like the person.
What?
Like you walking through the mall. Would you want to try this?
Haha, I didn't do it in the mall, but I guess you could do it in the mall too.
You can't do it in the mall.
Yeah, no, it's a storefront. It's actually in Kearney. I went there. I dated a guy who were advertising for them, and I went over there. I had
Your life is a sitcom, bro.
Why you say that?
You dated a guy who was doing advertising for them, so you went to do this shit.
Yeah.
Your life is a sitcom.
It was pretty dope. I thought it was.
It's more like a sitcom drama.
Whatever.
Because
was a great
everything is not
experience.
funny.
Yeah, everything is not funny.
Because sometimes you be having moments, I'll be like, hey. But then you got to wait till the next episode. Like, damn. How the season going to end?
Stay tuned. Yeah, but it was fun. I enjoyed it.
It's the Gigi show.
Stop. It was a while ago.
No, that's dope.
Yeah.
So what's your third?
I had it. I guess yours was like honest. I said it was just easier.
That is my third.
Sometimes it's like asking somebody how their day is, and you don't really want to know.
Yeah.
It's like, just say that you're okay. And at
Yeah.
this point, it's because I don't want to share it with you. You want to know why? At this point, even if I did, there's nothing that you can do. Allow myself to be vulnerable doesn't help the situation, me or you. And it's just better if you don't know. It's better that you just think about gumdrops, roses, and rainbows with me. Because then you can't be great. Sometimes it's just easier to do that.
1000% agree with you. That was definitely my third.
Yeah.
It's just easier. It's easier to be a dick. It's so much easier.
See, I'm not a
No, I am. It's okay.
I couldn't be.
I think you can be.
You don't think I can?
No.
Yes, I can be.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Gigi, stop it.
I could be a dick.
No, you can't.
Yes, I could be
You
a
can be
big
an
one.
asshole, but you can't be a dick.
I could be a dick with a wide asshole.
Pause. What?
Yeah, I could be a thick dick with a wide asshole. That's long. Not the asshole, the dick. You ever saw somebody with a long asshole though?
No.
Yes.
That's a thing?
You should Google it. Long assholes.
Something's wrong with you. I'm gonna leave that there.
Don't Google it, y'all. I don't even know. I don't know what's gonna pop up. And don't do it if you're at work.
It's
Don't
gonna be some
Google
two
it
girls,
on your
one
work.
cup shit or.
Don't do that.
Did you see the? Never mind. I'm not gonna
No, I didn't. I didn't see it. Whatever you think that you would thought I saw, I didn't, because I don't tap on to things like that. Greg.
The nigga. I want to tell you so badly.
No, Greg.
I'm gonna tell you later. But yeah, it's just so much easier. It's so much easier to keep shit to myself than to divulge.
I agree, but I also have seen that it's been a detriment, especially like if you're trying to
Dad,
establish
you ain't let me get in my
relationships.
second question, nigga.
Sorry. Go ahead, Greg.
But that was the second question. Has there ever been a time when you wasn't vulnerable and it felt like it fucked you over?
Yeah, I think that it's not working for me now.
I agree.
You know, Greg, I need you to relax.
Nah.
I need you to relax. I think that I've just been so much time coming off as a vulnerable person, but realizing that like there's one person that I want to know me, and I still don't know how to figure out how to do that. I'm still trying to figure out how to do that. It makes me sad. I keep saying it makes me sad. You guys, I'm really not that sad.
On the next episode of Gigi.
Yeah, I just think that if I probably allowed myself to probably be more vulnerable, I probably wouldn't be in like, what's the word? I probably wouldn't question so many things. But because I'm not vulnerable, it's like I'm not open enough to really feel what's really going on. I'm only just being able to like be more logical about things and not like feeling about things.
Yeah, I get you. From myself, no. I think I just learned at an early age to make sure that you're honest with someone. And I've carried that as an adult as well. Just like there's always someone that knows everything.
I don't have anyone in my life that
I would
knows
really
everything.
encourage you to find that person.
I don't know who that would be.
It is super. It is super important, and I think it's super important only because there are there are people that's going to be for you, right? And being for you could also mean being against you as well, but being against you for a good reason, because they know every like the littlest things about you. And I'm fortunate enough to make sure that there is one person that knows every little thing about me. And when I get into situations, they're usually the first person I'm calling, because they're going to tell me the real and not what I want to hear. And I'm not saying like people do that. It's like I think people genuinely care about me, will give me honest feedback. But this person, because they know the way my mind works on some levels, they give me the most honest feedback. And I would encourage everyone to find one person. I don't think it needs to be multiple people. Like, no, there should just be one person that you know without a drop of a dime. They know you.
I don't know, Greg. We're talking about vulnerability. I can't even get there yet.
I learned that at an early age.
But see, but we grew up differently.
Very true.
I think your vulnerability was kind of thrusted upon you because you had to allow people to take care of you, even when the one person that was supposed to take care of you couldn't. Mm-hmm. And so, I don't want to say you were conditioned, but someone.
No, that's a good word. That's a good word.
You had to let people know like what was going on, because that was the only way that you was gonna be okay.
Yeah.
If not, then you wouldn't have been okay.
Yeah, and in that same breath, I also had to learn. That's what I also had to learn when to do it, because at one point there was a time where I was just going around, "What was me? What was me? Listen to me."
I remember that.
And that's not a way to live your life. Like, because then you become that. Like, that becomes who you are. And
I understand.
I think you just, and that was what I had to learn. I learned that the hard way, to be honest with you. But now it's like you understand, just how you just say, like, my story is my story, but it doesn't define who I am. That's not the vulnerable part of Greg. I'll tell you, any day of the week, mom was in jail, dad died. I'm great.
Yes, but okay, all right.
I'm sorry.
No, I get that.
It's not a vulnerable thing anymore for me.
I understand that, and then that's what I was like. I get that 100%. But like for me, when I think about growing up, is that like it would come off that I would be vulnerable, not even with like my parents, but like with my family, and I never felt that way. Mm-hmm. I didn't feel like. Oh, so and I was like, "Oh, were you hurt?" And I'm like, I felt like I talked, but I don't think it was like okay to cry. Like I was always like, or even been able to like show like true sadness, and like it's like I'm getting like in trouble for something. Yeah. I don't think my childhood even the idea that I wasn't always like not being home in my home all the time, like it's like staying at different family members' houses. It's kind of like I was never in a relaxed state because I was never like home.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to even be vulnerable then. And then ... like things like growing up and those experiences as well. But it's just like, oh, therapy. Let's keep going, Greg, because I'm starting to like, oh my gosh, I'm like messed up a little bit.
Why pay for therapy when you got me? I could talk you through some things. I really can. How did that conversation earlier go?
Right
Y'all,
now,
she said, Greg, you right.
He was not wrong.
Just want to put that out there.
Yeah, that time.
You always got to add extra sauce on it.
Because, Greg, it's like you, especially even having this conversation and like knowing me, it's kind of like I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm not perfect. I'm not the relationship guru person. Like, I'm not the fortune teller. Like I don't really this space that I'm in is fairly new to me. Like it's so weird because it sounds and it feels and you would think it's so old, but this is really new.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Greg. Okay, let's just keep going because we having a conversation that they don't know we having a conversation about. So
Fair. That's fair. Okay, so we just gonna move on to that. But that was a good conversation about vulnerability. Listen, people.
work on being vulnerable because I'm working on it. Thing is, just like Greg, pay attention to your audience. Use discernment in the people that you do share your vulnerabilities with, because with those 3 reasons why we don't show vulnerability is probably why. But I think if you surround yourselves with the right
People.
I was gonna say types of people, you should be great. I don't even know what was on your phone, Greg, but that did not look okay.
Get your mind out the gutter.
I don't know what that was.
Get your mind out the gutter.
I didn't know what that was. Ooh.
All right. Shall we move on?
Let's do it.
Okay. So, I had Chinese food this week.
Okay.
What a way to start, right? And I don't like fortune cookies at
I
all.
love fortune cookies.
I know.
I always make sure I get fortune cookies, and I always make sure you open one if I eat with you.
Yeah, them shit's disgusting to me.
I love them. I don't care to eat them. I just like fortune, but I'll eat them if I need a little sweet tooth.
Yeah, I can't stand them. I think they're freaking disgusting. They taste like fake cookies.
Well, that's because you got the stale ones, Greg.
Whatever. But this fortune cookie that I got this past week,
Yeah.
fucked me up. Usually the fortunes and the fortune cookies are very surface. Like, someone that you treated miserably is going to treat you bad equally. Well, duh. What?
Just the screen look like it gives somebody epilepsy.
That's funny. So this fortune that I got this week, it said, all the water in the world can't sink a ship unless it gets inside. I don't get it.
Okay, great.
And I don't like that I don't get it. It makes me feel like the Chinese food people got something on me.
Okay, Greg. It's interesting because you say that you've been reading this so many times, and you're reading it
Every day.
and you're not hearing what you're saying.
Not at all.
Let's start off with the first line.
Sure. Want me to read it again for you?
Sure, Greg.
All the water in the world.
Okay. Stop right there. All the water.
All the water.
Okay. Boats. Right?
Okay.
How do boats work?
They go on the water.
Does it matter how much water is there for a boat to float?
Yeah. Does it? Well, yeah, it does.
You're thinking about a little bit of water. What about a lot of water?
I get that.
Is there too much water where a boat can't float?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
So if there's no amount of water that a boat can't float, the only way that the boat will stop floating is if there's a hole in the boat. Because then the water would flood the boat.
Okay.
That's exactly what it's saying, Greg.
No, it's not.
Okay.
All the water in the world
Yeah.
can't sink a ship.
It can't sink a ship because the boat is meant to float.
All the water in the world
Yeah.
can't sink a ship.
Can't sink a boat. Can't sink a ship is a boat. Yep, Greg. I was like, you kept reading it. You kept reading it. You kept reading it. And I kept looking at you when you brought it up to me.
Can
I was
we
like,
move on?
wow.
Yo, I've never felt dumber in my life. I promise you. Yo, can we
This is recorded.
Can we erase all?
This is recorded.
I want to erase all of this.
This is so good.
Yo,
What?
I am sitting there, perplexed by this. I'm thinking there's some deep philosophical meaning to this.
It is.
No, that is surface because it's true.
It is true.
I'm done. I'm over it. Thank you, Ling Yang Chinese restaurant.
You want me to take this out. That's why you're doing that.
Nah.
I'm going to bleep that out. That's not the name of the restaurant.
How you know?
Because I know the Chinese food places that you eat at.
I wasn't even around here. I was in Wayne.
Don't matter. You're not eating at a place like that. We're going to get into my topic now.
Yes, I'm done with that fucking stupid ass dumb shit.
I'm just happy that... What made you get the fortune cookie? Open it.
We was all opening them. And the person who bought the meal was like, you gotta open the fortune cookie, kind of like what you do. I'm like, no, I don't. But sure, I'll be out. I'm guessing you're home, so sure.
You're at somebody's house in Wayne.
I was at a shoot.
Oh.
Get your mind.
Shoot, Greg. You can get love too. Somebody can feed you Chinese food.
Yeah, there's only one. Never mind. Keep that to myself. Let's get to your topic, yo.
All right. So my topic, it's a two-part.
Yeah.
Do you believe you can outgrow friendships?
No. It was funny when you asked me that question the first time. I remember. Well, I said yes, but no, you can't.
Why?
Because, well, it depends. I'm gonna speak for myself only. The level in which I call people my friends.
Yeah.
Nah, we it's impossible for us not to be friends. After I've called you a friend, because I'm gonna work. It's a relationship. You work toward it. If you care about it, you're going to make sure that it grows, that it continues to grow. Do the nature of friendships and relationship change? 1,000%, based on your life experiences and what you go through or what the other person doesn't go through. But a friendship, and that's only because of the way that I use the word friendship. You know, when I say you're a friend is different. So, no, I don't think you can. For me, anyway.
Okay. I think you can.
Okay.
But I do agree with you because I think that brings a lot of sentiment to how you hold your friendships. But I think that's also putting into the idea that it's a two-way street. And when I think about outgrown friendships, I think about not only of that dynamic changing, but mindsets have changed. And there are sometimes you are around, it actually happened when I went to college. I went away to college in PA. I came back to Jersey, and it was like certain people that I used to spend a lot of time with was doing the same exact thing.
You know, that's not spoken about enough. Like, teens who go off to college who live in urban areas or like low income areas like Jersey City. Like, they go off to college and come back, and it's like people look at them a different way.
Yeah.
I think it's just because you've seen the world differently now.
Yes, you have now removed yourself from this bubble. Yeah. You're not in this bubble anymore. And the concerning part is that it is a bubble. Like, now maybe it's changed, but then I'm still not around those individuals anymore. But it was eye-opening to see. My conversations was different. My goals were different. What was getting me, what entertained me was different.
Mm-hmm.
The things that they wanted to do and the things I wanted to do was different. So the more and more I may have wanted to work on these relationships, we were always going in separate, like literally separate directions. Yeah. To the point where the only way to even keep it civil was just to not interact anymore.
For sure.
And again, this may even play into just my history of like not having like a settled place, because I've always had friends in different walks of life in different places. But at the same time, those friends have been in my walk of life at certain points. It's like people here for reasons, seasons, lifetime. And maybe it's just because there's so many people that are in my life that maybe the capacity of me having these longevity friends may not work for me the way that I want to. Mm-hmm. Because I believe that even in friendships that I've gotten really close to, I see people that I've poured into or they haven't been in the greatest space. And once they're good, they gone. Like the relationship dynamic is like, it's not as needed anymore.
Fair weather friends.
What'd you say?
Fair weather friends. I feel like those are, well, I wouldn't consider them friends, but those are just people who use you.
But is that using if I know that that's something that's needed to make someone better?
Yeah. I mean, the way I think in society we get so stuck on phrases like they automatically have these negative connotations to them. People get used every day. I was about to say, if a woman decides to use me just for sex, I don't think that's a bad thing at all. I got used, so I just think it becomes a negative thing when you're not honest about it. Like if you like saying some shit like, I didn't use you, you really my friend, but you really not here when I need you, like how I was when you needed me. You fake.
I respect that. I just don't ever get to have those conversations. At this point, I don't realize what's happening until like it has happened.
Yeah.
But at this point now, I'm not forcing the closure moment where I'm like, well, you were this to me. Like, no, I let that go.
Yeah. It's like, why? What's the point of saying it?
Yeah, at that point.
I agree with you.
But you're kind of telling me that I'm supposed to be aware of this. Like, I'm not aware of this at first.
No, I'm saying, okay, I get what you're saying. I think, but once you become aware of it,
it's over.
So, but you're still aware. But now you are aware of it.
Yeah, yes, and
It's not like you're lying to yourself about it anymore.
Yeah.
Or not even lying, because I wouldn't say you're lying to yourself if you didn't realize it, but like, you know how people realize things but still continue to lie to themselves, like, I didn't do this. You did.
I did it.
You did. It's okay.
Okay, so like the 2-part question then, because of the way that you answered it, is like, have you ever outgrown a friendship? But you said you haven't because your friends are your friends, and I'm just like, all right.
It's because you can't outgrow a person, and not.
But you can.
I get what
you absolutely can outgrow a person.
I get what you're saying, but it's like, like I'm in this situation, like
yeah.
But they still my friends. They always gonna be my friends.
Yeah, but there's a different level of friendship. So when you're outgrowing
the friendship
something,
changes.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, outgrowing may not always mean that the friendship is diminished. Outgrowing is understanding that the same dynamic or the same type of rapport or relationship status that you've had with this person is no longer the same.
Absolutely.
It has had to change. Yeah. Not even because you wanted it to. Because outgrowing is not something that you be like, oh, press play, I'm going to start outgrowing people. It's something that it's like a forced change that happens. Yeah. And so when I think about it that way, I believe that you have had situations where you have outgrown some friends in your life. Not because you wanted to, but because your mind frame, your trajectory, just even the people that you really want to really be around may not really be those people anymore.
Like, I get what you're saying. It's just like when you say you've outgrown a friendship, that just means that, like, for me, it feels like you're saying, like, you and that person can't kick it no more. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It's just that it's not even that you can't. It's just that the vibe isn't the same. The conversations aren't the same. And even if you wanted to have those same conversations, I don't even want to talk about that anymore.
Yo, this is sad.
It happens. And it's not even like you said, like, it's not always a bad thing to outgrow people. Sometimes outgrowing just allows other people other space to have more commonality so they can grow too. Because sometimes when you're familiar in a space, it stunts your growth. You're so familiar in this space and your mindset or the hierarchy of the thought process that you don't see anything outside of that until you like remove yourself. I was telling you that, like, I don't always want to be the smartest person in all the rooms that I'm in. How do I learn? How do I have people pour into me if I'm the only person that has to pour into everybody in my room because I'm the smartest person?
For sure.
I can't ever replenish. I can never grow. I can never be a better version of myself. I will always be that same person because everybody around me is feeding me the same bullshit I'm feeding them.
I understand. You have no rebut from me. It's funny because I was just talking to somebody about this last night, and I really try my hardest not to get like hung up on words. Like, when you say outgrow a friendship, that stings, because it's like, well, what I'm thinking about and the people that I'm thinking about,
yeah,
it's like you just would never imagine that. And I feel like I've gotten to a place where I've learned how to control those relationships where they're not holding me down, because I used to feel that way, like I'm excelling, they not. I feel like I need to slow down so that we're always on the same level, so I don't outgrow that friendship. But then it got to a point where it was like, we still gonna be cool no matter where I'm at in life. But then you start to think like, I'm thinking about these things while you thinking about these things. We can't really have conversations. And then resentment starts to kick in, because that's your friend, but you can't go to that friend with your problems.
No, you no longer have this soundboard because you got to talk to yourself.
I don't want to do this no more, man.
I also want to say, listening to you talk, Greg, from the moment that you decided that you no longer had to hold yourself back, or you felt like you were holding yourself back, so you had to change your mind frame, that was you setting boundaries. That was already you outgrowing the friendship, because you realized that the trajectory of where they was going wasn't where you're going. And the only way for you to do that is to compartmentalize your friendships.
Yo, I don't want to do this no more, yo. Now I'm sad. Thanks a lot.
And I'm sad.
Thanks a lot, Gigi.
Oh.
Damn.
It's okay.
Friends.
How many of us have them?
Clearly not a lot.
I don't think that we're supposed to have a lot of friends.
I told you that and you laughed at me.
No.
Yes. Because you was like, Greg, you really can count on your fingers how many friends you got? That is so messed up. No, it ain't.
Well, yeah, because... No. Okay, well, maybe then, I guess. Well, that because I think about all the different aspects of lives and the people that I have my friends with. But our definition of friendship and how we hold friendships are different.
Fair.
Also, I do not have anyone in my life up until this moment that knows everything about me.
I'm here for you.
No.
I know you wear a size 38, bro.
I don't. It's crazy because I was like, did I? He's my brother, y'all.
So we good?
Yeah. Did I tell you? Yeah, I told you I've outgrown friendships, yeah.
Yeah, you told me. How does it make you feel when you do? Like when you realize it, that you've done it? Like, I feel like shit right now. Thanks a lot.
It makes me sad. Because
you had a bad day.
because it plays into my vulnerability, and I truly and sometimes I can't just say it's just me outgrowing them. Maybe there's other people that feel like they may have outgrown me, but I truly want a relationship that's like unconditional.
If someone ever said they outgrew me, I'd be like, that's fucking crazy.
Really?
Absolutely. I'll be like, excuse me? I need you to tell me how you've outgrown me.
Okay.
Me. Tell me. Let's have a conversation about this.
That's probably why they've outgrown you, Greg. They don't want to have a conversation.
Well, fuck them. We ain't friends anyway.
Okay. And also understanding that outgrowing doesn't mean you're evolving. Sometimes outgrowing just means you don't want to evolve and the people around you are, and you just need to remove yourself.
Okay, then I can accept that you outgrown me. No, that's just me outgrowing you. They say you've outgrown. They say you've outgrown me.
Okay.
Don't say you've outgrown me. What the fuck? You know what I mean.
Okay, good. Okay. Wait, but I have a longtime friend. Well, I guess I have one. I can think of one.
That's good.
Yeah, she still don't know everything about me though.
You should let her.
No.
If she's been with you this long, it's like people who make it all the way to New Dialogue. They deserve.
Yeah, no, I
just
think
a little bit more.
Plays into my vulnerability. Sometimes I feel like when I let everybody in, not everybody, like when I let an individual in, it changes. Sometimes
Do you feel like you too much?
Do I feel like I'm too much? I don't know. I don't think I'm too much. I think that because I don't share, that if I divulge it in a way where it's like pat, 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 I think it could sound like it's too much. But I think if I did it correctly in a healthy way where it was like, small doses, I don't think so. But because I don't really divulge anything really about me, I can't speak for what people think is too much.
I'm curious to know what I don't know about you.
I'm
That's why I ask you questions all the time.
That's interesting. Can you answer that question for me?
What?
The question that you just asked me?
What I asked you?
No, I don't remember. Okay, wait.
Oh, do I think I'm too much?
Do you think I'm too much?
For a normal human, yes.
What? Give me an example.
I think there's a certain level of emotional intelligence, common sense, and what's the word I'm looking for? Let's go with awareness.
Okay.
That someone would need to have to be able to put up with you.
What?
And I don't think most humans have it. It's not a negative.
Oh no! Does it make it seem like the person doesn't exist?
No, I never said they don't. Whoa, that's not what I said.
Okay.
I think any mature man. Sorry, not even a spouse, but any mature person can.
But what is it about me that's what they would need?
Because, like you said, like, okay, I would think I would like to consider myself one of your closest friends.
Yes. Okay.
Right. But I still don't know everything about you.
Yes.
And I have to recognize that as I'm talking to you in conversation.
Yeah.
Right. So having that awareness.
Yeah.
To be able to give you critical feedback, but also understanding that, like, this could offend based on the fact that you don't know everything. That's the emotional intelligence to have. But also just having a common sense to know, like, it has to make sense in order for you to properly understand or to have a proper conversation with you. It's a lot that goes into it. You annoying.
Okay, first of all, I don't think everything has to make sense. I just need to find understanding.
No, everything needs to make sense.
No, it's finding understanding.
To understand is for it to make sense.
Understanding doesn't always have to make sense to me.
That's
I don't
not
have
true.
to. I don't have to agree with your understanding.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You don't.
Okay.
But you need to make sure that it makes sense.
Wouldn't that make sense to you?
No, because there's a lot of things that you do that don't make sense to me that I don't understand and I don't care to understand.
Like what, Greg?
You want a pod?
You know what? We're here now. What? Give me one. Give me one.
Crayons.
You're a piece of shit, Greg. Wow, yeah, that's what you want to do?
That's what I'm saying.
What about crayons?
It don't make sense. None of it makes sense. None of it. Not a damn thing. And it can make sense, but you choose not for it to make sense.
It's because it made sense. It made sense.
Made. I like how you use it in past tense.
It did.
It did.
It did make sense.
Keep using all the past tense. Let's talk about the present.
All right. So
Talk about the present.
I'm figuring it out. That's where I'm at. I figured it out. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think it's wrong with figuring it out.
You should want to play detective. 1,000%.
I don't want to play detective. I just want to not put the crayon back in the crayon box. I want to keep the crayon for myself. I don't even want it to be a crayon. I want to like melt it down and like make it like, I don't know,
paint?
Like paint. Yeah.
That is not what it becomes.
Yeah, and I'll be the canvas and just put it all over me.
Right? Crayons are just wax.
I guess, yeah. We'll figure it out.
Whatever.
I don't know how that doesn't make sense. I mean, I get it now. Like now it doesn't make any sense at all.
Y'all, she told me I was right earlier.
We're still having a conversation and people don't know what we're talking about.
Yes, they do.
All right.
They do. And if you know, just put in the comments. And I'll like everyone that's correct.
I still don't see how I'm too much.
Of course you don't. No one does.
You think you're too much?
I told you that. You told me I'm not. I think I'm a lot to deal with.
No, I don't think you're a lot to. You get on my nerves, but then also like I'm not thinking about it on a romantic level either, so it's different.
Me, I'm not thinking about it on a romantic level either.
So you think I'm still a lot to deal with just as a friend?
Yes.
Really?
I think I don't have simple relationships. None of them.
Gosh, like
not a one.
What you think I'm too much as a friend?
Yes.
Are we doing too much?
All the time. You literally, let me tell y'all what Gigi does when she comes to my house.
Oh my gosh.
And this is the most surface thing I could give y'all about Gigi. Gigi comes in my house and be like, Greg, I need to pee. But continues to do everything but go to the bathroom. She'll move chairs. She'll do dishes. She'll go in my refrigerator to see if there's anything to drink when she needs to pee.
Ginger ale. Usually.
She'll like, I want to sit here. Gigi, go use the goddamn bathroom if you need to pee.
And I say, oh yeah, and then I go.
30 minutes later.
Okay, I don't understand what the problem is. It doesn't even seem like that's too much. Where is that issue? Where's that? How's that a problem?
Because you just sitting there complaining about nothing.
But how's that affecting you?
Because I gotta listen.
You could put AirPods in. You don't listen to me anyway.
Shut up.
Okay, well. Anyways, it's not even that deep. It's not 30 minutes later.
25?
Sometimes you gotta like let the pee go down, like and relax. Because if not, then if you rush, then you might pee on yourself.
Yeah, that made sense to her.
It did, because sometimes, like, if you're in anticipation to pee, then all of a sudden, like, you start getting the sensation. Then if you rush and you start peeing on yourself because your body's like, okay, I'm ready to go.
You got to tell yourself, I'm the master of my own bladder.
That's what
And
you
it
be doing?
stops. It stops. It really does.
You know, shout out to you, Jelly. Jelly told me if I hold my hand, like, in a fist with my thumb touching my palm and my hands over the thumb, that I won't choke while I'm sucking dick.
Did anybody else see that going there? Honestly, because we were talking about using the bathroom.
Well, I was just thinking about things that no, it's not the same.
What the fuck?
I was supposed to say, like, I tried it, and it really didn't work out the way I thought it was going to do. I still had to, like, tell myself to, like, breathe through the nose. Like, breathe through your nose.
Oh, my gosh. You still choke?
Yeah. I was like, I thought it was supposed to, like, help me not choke. I did, but it was like a sexy choke. It was like, you heard it?
Can we go to the dialogue? Y'all, if y'all have made it to the end,
Shout out to y'all.
Yo, shout outs to y'all. And I want to just take this time to apologize for my co-host.
What? You're apologizing for me?
Yes.
What'd I do?
Be you.
I'm not apologizing for being me.
Nah, if y'all made it to the end, thank you. Thank you for listening to us talk and have our conversation. If you know, you should join the conversation. We have many ways for you to do that. No, we don't. I'm lying.
Yes, we do.
Welcome to New Dialogue, where we just have little conversations, little banter, friendly banter about something that we saw earlier this week that we thought was interesting. You want to start? Or
go, Greg.
Cool. So I would like to say, I just want to give a shout out to my super. So I locked myself out of my apartment this morning.
Sounds like I need a key, Greg.
I was so mad.
Oh, I wouldn't even be in the area. You would have still been mad.
Cause I was actually about to call you. Like, I closed the door, I was about to put my AirPods in. My AirPods is on my keys. And I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. No fucking way. Good thing I had my phone. Cause if I didn't have my phone, oh my god. That shit would have been bad. But yeah, shout out to my super, cause he don't speak no English. But he figured out what I was saying, and he came and opened my door in 10 minutes. My guy.
Shout out to that.
Shout outs to that for real. Y'all never pay to get back into your house?
Yes.
That shit is expensive.
No, it depends.
Well, every time it's happened to me, it's been like really late at night, like at 12 in the morning or some shit.
I understand.
Like $400 to open up to pop the lock.
Oof.
Twice since I've lived here. So, shout out to him, my super. Appreciate you, bro.
Oh, that's a nice new dialogue.
Yeah. Getting locked out is no joke.
No, it's not. I remember this time I got locked out a few times, gone through windows, but now I think about, like, you can't. You'll never be able to get inside. Like, there's no way for you to get there. My new dialogue is, think of anything that I finished. Reasonable Doubt, which was a show I was watching on Hulu. I enjoyed it. I definitely is getting ready for a second season, which I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm thinking about music. I don't have no music that has even been popping up on my timeline that I've been really tapping into.
If you fuck with Rod Wave, he just released a new EP, Jupiter's Diary. That shit is amazing.
That's what you've been playing all day?
Absolutely.
Okay, it's not bad, you guys. It's not bad. As we are approaching, the holiday season, and sometimes it can be like super joyful and happy for people, and sometimes it can be like melancholy and like blah, and other people just be like, I'm not really a holiday person. Are you a holiday person, Greg?
I am not.
I have found over the years that like I'm more and more not a holiday person, and I don't know if it's because, no, it's definitely because of just how I grew up. But for some reason, like Thanksgiving, maybe I'm getting sad is because it's by my grandma's birthday. And so like for me, like even Thanksgiving, like and sometimes it would be on her birthday. It's been hitting different for the past couple of years since she's been gone. I say that to say, I look forward to Friendsgiving though. Last year was the first time I've ever went to one, so thank you for Greg for inviting me to that, and I thought that was really, really dope, and I look forward to the one that we will be having this year as well.
Should be fun.
And I think that with all the changes that are happening, I think this is a well-needed time to be able to just kind of celebrate again, like where we were, where we are, and where we're heading. So I really look forward to that. And the last thing for new dialogue is know your worth, because no one else can do it for you. Because when you do, you're probably getting shortchanged. So
Put a dollar amount on yourself.
Agreed.
No, I'm asking you, what's your dollar amount?
Wait, what?
Put a dollar amount on yourself.
You mean like hourly? Like
Yeah, somebody take you.
You mean like kidnapping?
Sure.
No, Greg, I don't want to get kidnapped.
Okay.
Shut up, Baylor. I don't want to be in basements either.
Okay. Whatever that means. No, I'm saying like, how much would it cost? That sounds wrong.
Yeah, Greg, you keep going down this path, and I don't know how to answer it. Because I swear, if somebody go into my DM and try to get me, I'm going to hurt your feelings, Greg. Let's just not do that. Let's not monetize me.
No, I want you to like think of all
I'm
the things
invaluable.
Fair. All right.
I'm like the start market.
Damn, I wish there was a good way to ask that question.
Yeah.
But there really isn't.
No, Greg, leave that alone.
Anywho.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we're here.
We're here?
Oh, look at that. Friends, family, loved ones. Hope you enjoyed this conversation. I did. I know we was in our bag of emotions, thoughts, and vulnerability.
Depression.
Greg, what is wrong with you? We're going to be better. Just stop. And we just want to say thank you again for just kind of sticking it out with us. And as we're approaching this 100th episode, we look forward to providing you with more content, more conversations, and more in-depth thoughts. Because I feel like Greg is gonna shout out his special lady one day, and I'm really excited when he does that.
Special lady?
It's okay, Greg. We don't have to tell everyone now. Off mic, Greg.
Oh, okay.
In 2023.
I just want to know who she talk about.
2023, Greg is going to reveal you. You know who you are.
If you out there, please reveal yourself to me.
You know who you are, girl.
Yo, I'm a good lover. I'm is. But you got to be equally as busy as I am. Because if you're not as busy as I am, then I don't know how this is going to work.
And he's talking to you, girl. You know. You know who you are. Greg, want to let them know how they can find you and how they can find us?
Yes. You can find me on the Twitter streets. I live on Retweet Way, right on the intersection of reply and like. At Greg Nelson 26 on Twitter and Instagram. I don't really post on Instagram, but I like to be on Instagram to be a stalker. It's pretty fun. Or follow the pod at JustAConvo _pod on Twitter. Hit the Linktree. You'll find all of our social medias there. Connect. Be social in the media space.
Awesome. And you can find me, my beautiful individuals on Twitter at GCarly7, and that's GQARLY and the number 7. If you forgot today, if someone didn't tell you today, if someone told you they ain't with it and they done with you today, I want you to let them know that in any tone you prefer at that moment, to let them know you want them to go be great.
Gigi.
Gigi.